I did in fact forget that they existed, but thankfully I found them. Leaf of the World Tree. Oh. Can we... Oh, you're talking about in Dragon Quest as a whole? I don't know if we can we use, do we still have that? Nothing happens. Well, yep, nope. Oh, right, wait, we're screwed because there's no clergy person here, is there? Why did they do that? In 1 they had someone at the metal place, and I'm guessing in 3 they probably did as well. Yeah, that's a good idea. We could go back. Let me grab our boomerang here, I think. Swallowtail. A miracle sword, that probably would be quite good too. I think this should be an upgrade for her though, right? Yeah. Okay, so now she has a boomerang as well, which is good. I think it's better than what he's got, but oh wow, yeah, it's like way better actually. Well, I think that's okay. It's okay, I'd rather have them both doing boomerang-y things. Let's see. Yeah, they have like the same attack and they both have boomerangs, so should be okay. I mean, her attack's gonna go up like as she slowly catches up to him in level, but yeah. Now, do we have anything for him yet? No, not even close. I can't remember. I think we bought the Aurora Blade, right? I think we did, but like 181, that's so much less. That's so much less than mine for attacks. It would still be 120 less. Yeah, 111 less strength. That's a lot of seeds that we put into me and not Doc, right? We'll see whether we regret that or not. Honestly, I think it might feel like too much to have to try to oomph 2 people right now for Pirino, where she can only buff 1 person at a time. And we only have 1 person who can do oomph. So it's probably better that we just have me doing that. My bad, Nick. I wasn't looking at chat, so I don't know what you were saying outside or correct in reference to here. All right, let's go to where? Oh, we're supposed to go up there. That's right. I don't know. Let's pay home a visit real quick. We'll go home to revive ourselves, I guess. Oh, that's right. You know what? And I found that out yesterday too. I forgot about that. Oh well. It's fine. Wow, so expensive. Oh for 2. There you go. 2 for 4. That's not bad. That's much more reasonable. Oh, wait. I don't want to do that. Oh, that's interesting. That's kind of funny. All right, let us head back to the, where is it? Ha ha ha, music is, it's back. Thank you, mighty Necklord Wiki. Neckwiki? GQ Neckwiki? I don't know, we've got a, well, I'll keep workshopping that. We'll get it. We have to go all the way up to the top. It kind of looks like it, huh? I think we got all the loot in here that we could. Go on. Okay, so like bridges like this within dungeons, and how like just good this looks right here. This is why we need like a Phantasy Star 4 remake, right? Because Phantasy Star 4 had tons of like bridges and stuff in dungeons that we crossed like this too, and that would look good in here. Yeah, change your Twitch handle to like something. Let's see. Maybe we just get really funky with it and it's like Dragon Neck Quest Wiki or something. That would be funny. We still can't get that chest over there. Look at that. And who knows how long it'll be before we can get that one. I mean, I think we can at the very least say with supreme confidence that not today. You hate Necklord? What is that in reference to? Is that like just relating to like necromancers or something? It looks like all the monsters have gone thanks to you. We owe you one. Oh, they're all gone? Then why do I keep casting Chaos Protection? That's funny. Oh, hello. Those horrible monsters, this place is holy. How dare they attack it? And why did they attack it anyway? They've never done anything like that before. Oh, okay. Well, if it makes you feel any better, my name comes from high school too. You know, as you might have gathered from either other people like addressing me or on my Discord server, my name is not Stan, it's Dan. And back in high school in one of my yearbooks, someone wrote in one of my yearbooks, "Yeah, man, got a plan, Stan." And that's where this came from. So I did not even actually create my handle that I've been using for decades either. It's pretty silly. I mean, I've thought about changing it too, but obviously never happened, and now I think I'm kind of stuck with it.
There you are. Thanks for dropping by. Let's see now.
This is so matter-of-factly. Did you really need us to come quick? Is it like...
You look a little less scrawny than before.
Okay. And what's up?
It is very kind of you to say so. Is there aught we might help you
Okay, my
with?
bad. Alright, hydration complete.
It's like this. There's more than one place in this world where us fairies live, all safely hidden from human eyes. And each has its keeper.
Oh, okay. You want us to go visit some other fairies, it sounds like. Mayhap they might help us with a key or so? Or some such?
Ah, yes. You are the keeper of this tower, are you not?
I am. Anyway, the biggest of them all is the Fairy Palace.
Fairy Palace? Haven't heard of any Fairy Palace.
We keepers can all hear one another. But lately, the keeper of the palace has gone quiet.
Uh-oh, so Palace Keeper Fairy might be in trouble. We better go check it out.
Hear one another.
That must be handy.
Yes, fairies with a certain amount of power can sort of talk through their minds, I suppose you'd say. But I haven't heard anything from her for a while now. We can't hear each other all the time, and there are all kinds of reasons why she might have gone quiet. But still, she's the one out of all of us who's closest with Lady Rubis, so yes, I suppose it's just a bit of a worry, really.
Could she have been targeted by Hargon's underlings? They
Perhaps.
sought knowledge of Lady Rubis, did they not?
How do you know about that, Matilda? You weren't here with us for that part of the game.
They did, which was why I asked you to come here. Could you go and check on the palace for me, just in case?
Dragon Quest Wiki. Dragon Quest Wiki 28. Maybe. That would be funny if there's 27 other Dragon Quest wikis on Twitch. No. We're kind of busy these days, so we don't really have time to do this for you. But we can definitely cheer you on in checking on them yourselves, if you'd like. No.
Heartless monster!
Screenshot.
Of course we will go to the fairy's aid, won't we?
No, of course not.
Heartless monster!
Now Doc's getting upset now.
Of course we will go to the fairy.
Watch Doc here. Doc's like, ah!
Monster!
Oh, man.
Of course we will go to the fairy.
But thou must. All right. So this loosely translates to but thou must, doesn't it? Yeah, she's literally just saying but thou must. All right, Doc approves too.
Thank you.
In 11, okay. Are there any howevers in 11 as well? Because I feel like we've got a few so far here in 2. I think this is like, I don't remember us getting, but also we were by ourselves in 1. But I don't think there were any like howevers or anything there either. I don't know, that's kind of funny, right? Like Benedict is just kind of like a meme now with his however and stuff.
Just
All right.
don't get angry with me if you go all that way and find out I was making a fuss over nothing.
Right? Like she just actually forgot to turn her stuff back on and everything. I definitely don't, since I haven't played 9 yet, but I bet Neck does. Or should I say Dragon Quest Wiki 28?
That would be the best outcome we could hope for.
Well, thanks. But, There's something else I should probably mention.
Oh, what's that now? Whoa.
This isn't exactly easy for humans to get to. It's not exactly easy for you to even see, is the truth of it. I can mark where it is on your map, of course, but actually getting inside is another matter.
Okay.
Or working out where it is so you can get inside, or, well, you know what I mean.
Master of None almost sounds like something COTC or Zero related. That's kind of funny.
Basically, in order for you to be able to tell where it is, you'll need to play the fairy trumpet.
The trumpet! Ooh, we get new music.
Not a flute this time, but a trumpet. This quest is proving to be quite the test of our musical skills.
Dude, you're not wrong. I was kind of thinking that too. Is that where we went in 3? I remember wasn't the name of the Abbey in Wild Arms 1, didn't that maybe start with an A too, like A something Abbey, where we got God, it's been so long since I played it. I think it was Rudy, Jack, and Cecilia. I think Cecilia was her name that we got at the Abbey. At oh gosh, yeah, names. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it didn't start with an A. Something Abbey. Maybe it started. Did it start with a C? I think it was All Trades Abbey. I don't remember it. Dharma Temple doesn't sound familiar. I think it was the Abbey in 3. Now that being said, we all know how bad my memory is, so it could very well have been Dharma Temple, and I just don't remember. But I think it was the Abbey. That sounds, I don't know, potentially vaguely familiar. I guess like an added layer of it or something. Another level, go farm some more stuffs. Go. Wait, there was someone named Jack relating to the Abbey in there? That's interesting, considering what I was taught. Like, I'm over here talking about Wild Arms, and you guys are talking about Dragon Quest, and there's connections between the name Jack and the word Abbey in both of them. Alright.
You may leave the playing to me. Though my experience with such instruments is far from extensive, I have studied them a little.
Alright.
You have? Marvelous! When I tried to play one, I could not squeeze so much as a pop from it.
Wait, say that again? What was that third word that you said? What was that third word you said? I think my Stream Deck is still struggling to play it, but let me try it again. Yeah, it just doesn't play, unfortunately. Maybe because it's over in mobile, is it? I don't know, hold on, let me see it here. Let's see if I can fix this. Okay. Secure visibility, but that's in mobile, okay. Yeah, it's in a different scene, so we need to make it so it changes to the scene. Navigation, yeah, like not switch profile, but switch what scene we're in. Okay. Okay, scene. Oh, gaming. Okay. All right, let me see if this works. So we got her saying marvelous. I don't know if this is actually gonna work, but this is like literally from COTC, and it's you guys have already, who haven't played COTC, have already met the character in Zero's demo, so it's not a spoiler. Let's see if this works this time. She said her third word.
Marvelous.
I don't get to hear it apparently, but you guys have already met our fellow here. So anytime this word pops up, we need to play this, right? Look at the end there. Yep, that's our word, marvelous. I will never not think of him when we think of that word, I think, moving forward. Because of the game. Alright, anyways, apparently Matilda's familiar with Octopath as well, so good for her.
Do your talents know no bounds?
My parents were great music lovers. They saw to it that I was trained in a number of...
Uh-oh.
Do you mind? I'm still talking. In fact, this next bit is the most important, so listen up.
Yeah, he's the one associated with Fame, and the one that was associated with Theatropolis, which is the new, at least for non-COTC folks, is the new like starting town in Cyrus's region in the no, it's not Flatlands. I can never remember what that region is called. Flatlands doesn't sound right, even though it's a pretty good descriptor. Well, we do have COTC over here, so let's boot that up and see. Overseer, really friendly today. Really good mood.
Honestly, you humans.
Sorry.
We don't have the fairy trumpet. The mermaids do.
Oh, well, we're friends with the mermaids.
So you'll have to go and get it from them.
Okay.
You probably don't believe in mermaids either. But trust me, they exist. Even if they do spend most of their time hidden away at the bottom of the sea.
Oh, we more than believe in them. We count some among our friends.
You do? I must say, for humans, you certainly get around.
I mean... interesting wording choices there, but okay. Yep, apparently Pirinel gets around. Yeah, she was like that to us in 1 as well, wasn't she? Although it was like more one-sided because we had a silent protagonist there. It sounds like she liked us the most in 3, and unfortunately that was last year, so honestly I didn't even really remember her that much when we played 1. So whatever, I guess. Alright, let me see here. Moment of truth here. Theatropolis is in the... I was right. It is the Flatlands. Alright. I take that back. Alright, just getting started with Bailey's here. Some ads going so we don't have to... Look at the phone. Oh no. We've got Google survey for an ad where you have to push buttons. Come on. I want like 30 or 60-second ads where I don't have to look at the screen. Okay, there we go. She didn't like us at the start of 3 either. Yeah, she's just not... She doesn't like humans.
All right. Well, you go and speak to your mermaid friends and ask them to get you an audience with their queen.
Wasn't Mel already talking about going and talking to the queen anyways?
She should be able to point you in the right direction.
Okay.
Very well. Then let us away to the rocks where the mermaids bask and hope that they are there.
Zoom. Yangus? Yeah, that's a name. I like that name. Alright, no, I don't care about any of you. Let's just teleport down there. What is it called? Gaggle Rack, that's right. Not to be confused with Fraggle. Wait, what is up there? What is that? That's on page 1, isn't it? The Dreamers. Oh, that's where the fairy palace is. Okay, so I was wrong about us like sucking up the water. I was wrong about us making a bridge. The fairy palace is actually there and it's just hidden. Okay, fair enough. That works too. That makes sense. Oh, wait, character from 8. Nice. One of your faves from the whole series. Very cool. Yeah, that's the thing about these games that some of us haven't played, right? Like in Zero, you know, like I do like some of the characters from Octopath 1 and 2, like playable or non-playable either way. But like I think at least 2 of my favorite Octopath characters are from COTC. So we're gonna get to see them in Zero again, which will be pretty cool. Alright. Yes, they're here. Good. Oh, hello, you. You've come to play? Well, isn't that just great? I wondered how you'd all been getting on out there of late. If you do not mind, there is something we would ask of you. The underhanded... It's... both of the warriors, huh? That's funny. Yeah, I mean, I bet if I started naming them off, you probably would remember more, right? Like, I think most people from 1 probably remember Tressa and Primrose. Primrose is a big, I mean, they're both pretty big fan favorites. I don't think he'll be in Zero, no, because we'll be in Orstair, which is the same world that 1 takes place in. And I think as far as I know, or maybe they can actually confirmed it, that we won't be doing anything with Celestia. At least not on launch. Maybe we might get some DLC or something. Throne, yeah. She was good. Okay, so Octopath 1 little refresher course here. Octopath 1 in order, spelling the title is Ophelia the Cleric, Cyrus the Scholar, Tressa the Merchant, Ulbrich the Warrior that you just mentioned, Primrose the Dancer, Elfin the Apothecary, Therian the Thief, and Honnet the Hunter. And then when we switch over to 2, we've got... And you know what? Originally, they told us the order for the 2 O's and the 2 T's in Octopath 2 was one way. They told us that with some of the info they put out before the game launched, and the order that their tracks appear on the official soundtrack. But since then, they've like flip-flopped and back and forth with the orders of the O characters and the T characters, and like, so who knows what the actual correct order is at this point. I certainly don't feel like I do. Whereas with 1, we have a clear-cut order. Ophelia's where we start. And Tressa is obviously our first T because you go clockwise around the inner C to pick up the characters, right? And it's very simple. They are so, like, originally they made us feel that Ochette was the first O in 2, but like lately they keep showing Oswald first, and originally they showed us that Temenos was the first T, and lately they keep showing Throne. So who the hell knows? I don't know. I'll go with the original order just because, whatever. But okay, so in 2 we have Ochette the Hunter, we have Casti the Apothecary, we have Temenos the Cleric, we have Oswald the Scholar, we have Partitio the Merchant, we have Agnia the Dancer, we have Throne the Thief, and we have Hikari the Warrior. So that's our casts for 1 and 2. As far as names go, and whether or not you remember any of the other ones, but yeah, and then you know, there's also, I don't know if you guys know this, but this comes back to me being like a massive Octopath fan and lore enthusiast, but in, I think, both 1 and 2, the villains' names are also spell out Octopath, but in reverse, which is the argument, at least for 2, that Oswald is actually the first O, right? Because he fights Harvey. Harvey is his boss, right? And so if you go in reverse order, it spells Octopath with the boss's name still in both 1 and 2, which is really cool. It's really cool. They love doing stuff like that, where they have like all these like just really cool like hidden details and Easter eggs and stuff. Not even referencing other games, even though some of those are there too, but just like references to the franchise and their own games and stuff, which is something I've always really liked about the IP. Because we also get a lot of that in COTC, and we'll have all those neat little tidbits and stuff in 0, hopefully. Okay, yeah, our fairy friend's in trouble. Well, we can't be having that. Just wait right there a moment. I'll be back in no time flat. Oh, she's gonna go talk to the queen without us. Is she gonna bring the queen back here? She would seek an audience with the queen based on those few words alone? I'd hoped to explain a little more first. It's no surprise she's really grateful to you lot, you know. Besides, you look so serious, as if she wouldn't go. You wait right here. Alright, we will. Queen, I'm back, and more than that, I brought you a surprise. The queen? Oh, or just the trumpet. Wow. Behold, the trumpet of the fairies right before your eyes. What? You were able simply to bring it to us? We were led to believe it was one of your queen's most prized possessions. Yes, we had imagined we would need to seek an audience and make a formal request. What if one of these two is the queen? I did as well, so off I went to see about a chat, but she was nowhere to be seen. She's vanished, fancy that. The palace guard were gone as well. Don't see that every day, but you all seem so desperate. I just grabbed it anyway. Oh no. It's fine, we'll just explain it to her when she gets back home. It's not like she can get that mad about a little loan. Well, you've played one before, right? I don't know if, you were looking for another game to play before 0. I don't know if you could get through 1 in time. But honestly, if you could, that would probably be the thing to do, because they're, I guess technically, but like we also know, 0 is a prequel to 1, so it might actually just be better to play through 0 and then play 1 after that. and take like what you learned from 0 over into 1, and maybe that'll help give more context and stuff to all the lore, because there's a lot more like world building and lore for Orstera and like the gods, you know, that we see in both 1 and 2. There's a lot more of that in 0 than in 1. So there will be like stuff that we learn in 1 that will be expanded on like a lot in 0. Yeah, that's kind of how it is for me too, Maddox. Like one was good in a decent amount of ways. Like 1 was maybe, I can't remember what I put in my spreadsheet where I've scored all the games I've streamed, but I think 1 was maybe like an 8 to 8.5 for me or something out of 10, and 2 is like a 10 out of 10. It was a big step up. That would be interesting too, Nathaniel, right? That's a good point. Yeah. And then at least for me, like, if I look at my spreadsheet, right, like, I think right now I have Octopath 2 as, like, number 3 in my top 5 games. And like, COTC is above, too, so I'm really hoping that 0 ends up, like, living up to COTC, because COTC is such an amazing game. Oh, okay. Well, you're either gonna finish 1 for the first time now, or maybe if you don't and you get bored with it, maybe then you just stop caring about spoilers and you just see me finish it if you'd rather do that. So either way, you'll probably get to finish 1 this time, somehow. They definitely did, right? They did with 1, and they took stuff they learned from 1 and they put it into COTC, because COTC technically came out before 2, and they learned stuff from COTC, and they didn't put that many things from COTC into 2, but they definitely learned some things from COTC as well, I think. Like, they learned how to design, like, better and more interesting, like, dungeons, for instance, because I think like the dungeons we got into were like a big step up from 1, right? Like we got like factory that we run around in, including on the rooftop. We got going on to a boat. We got more variety, more stuff. And then maybe the biggest thing that they took from COTC and put into 2 was the 8-player combat, that we saw in the final fight in 2 against V-Day. Like, that was like, it wasn't a 1-for-1 combat wise with how COTC functions, but it was still kind of similar in and it was still 8 characters. So they definitely received, as far as I'm aware, basically unanimous praise for the final fight in 2. Like, I don't know anybody that has said that getting to use all 8 characters to fight the final boss in 2 was not, like, exciting or fun. Like, I don't think I've heard anybody say that, like, one time wherever. So I think it's great that they're bringing 0 over, because now everybody, even like everybody that played 1 and 2 but skipped COTC because like mobile bad, gotcha bad, for either or both of those reasons, they just skipped COTC even though they might love 1 and 2. Now they're gonna get to play COTC, and they're gonna get to see what like 8 character combat is like all the time. And like, I don't know if you guys remember from like last year my replay of 2, but like I spent so much of the playthrough talking about how I hope in Octopath 3 we just have COTC combat. Well, they're setting us up perfectly for having that be a possibility, right? Because if all the Octopath players, new and old, get used to doing the 8 character combat from 0, they might just like be super excited for it to be in 3 as well, right? And so that's pretty cool to me. Like I hope it sticks, because I love the combat. I genuinely think COTC has the best combat system I've ever played in any game ever. It's so deep, it's so strategic, and it's just so fun too. It's really fun. I mean, I screw it up all the time, you know, with my timings on buffs and breaks and stuff and debuffs. Like, I screw that stuff up all the time. I'm so far away from being like an optimal COTC player, but it doesn't even matter. I still just I love it. I love it. Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of people in Zero, right? Like we've got a very niche amount of people who have played COTC, but not 1 or 2 who are gonna be playing Zero. We have a lot of people who played 1 and 2 that didn't play COTC that are gonna be playing Zero, and we probably have people who have played 1 and 2 and COTC. Like most, if not all of those people, are gonna be playing Zero. So in theory, Zero should be the most successful, like, sales-wise, out of all three of the non-mobile games, I think, right? Like, hopefully it should be. And if it goes well, like, in terms of the combat, like, 3 should hopefully be a big hit too. Yeah, having Celestia and COTC is really fun, and especially because, you know, in every region we've gone to in the story inside Celestia, in COTC, every region we've gone to has new areas that we didn't even get to see in 2, right? Like I kept talking about that new area in Totohaha, right, with the waterfalls and the water and stuff. I still think that's the coolest environment I've seen in an Octopath game to this point. I think some of that'll probably get trumped by what we see in Zero. Like, especially if we see any of that stuff in DLC again too, it'll look better on a console probably, but yeah, and honestly, you know what? I'm pretty sure COTC was what basically got me into coming back to mobile, cause like I'd played a few gachas over the years. Like, I played Summoner's War like a decade ago, and that was okay. That was funner, more so for like the social and the team, like the clan reasons. Like the game itself wasn't even that great designed. But and then I tried Marvel Strike Force, and that again was more about being part of a team. They were kind of almost like MMO fillers for me, with all the teamwork and stuff we did in them. And then Valor Legends, same thing, but that was more like a puzzle game for me. But then after that, it was like, I don't know, none of those were all just like mobile gacha games, right? But then COTC came out, and COTC was like literally just playing a console game on my phone, and that was like a totally different experience. And I think that's why I've got so into that, plus sort of Convaleria. I mean, both of those are just, I mean, knowing about the history of sort of Convaleria, I mean, it almost is what became Triangle Strategy, right? Like, it basically, I mean, it was, I don't know if it was actually like a coin flip or whatever, but it was almost what we got as Triangle Strategy. And so like, it's, with those two games, it's kind of changed my perception of what mobile games can be, because they're both like console or PC quality games and everything. And so it feels, when I think about mobile at this point, and then we've got more games, right? Like, we've got the Wizardry gacha game, which is literally, it's probably the best dungeon crawler that's come out in like the last 5 years, this mobile game. You know, and I keep thinking about it because I keep seeing ads for it. You know, it's coming out with a new patch. It had the 1 year anniversary like a couple months ago or something. And like it's being really successful. Like dungeon crawler folks are really into it, and I've kind of been thinking about like going back to it. Like I was thinking, you know, because next year I wanted to get back into the mobile streaming and stuff more. And like what if Suikoden Starleap just doesn't come out until like June or something? I mean, I need a 5th game to go along with COTC, SOC, CZN, and baseball, right? Like I need a 5th game, so we might just pick up the Wizardry game again until Suikoden comes out. Yeah, you know, I totally get that, Neck, when thinking about like yeah, that's another thing, Nathaniel. Like if you don't have a good phone, some of the games you just can't play. But you're right about COTC. Like that's not very visually intensive, right? Like you know, last year when I couldn't stream my main account for like over half the year, I was still accessing my main account on not my last phone, but my last phone before that, my OnePlus 3 that was like 10 years old or something almost. I was still able to run COTC on there and just do my dailies for like 7 months, even though I couldn't really play the game. It would like lag and stutter a little bit even on the minimum settings, but I could do my dailies. And stuff. The other thing, Neck, as far as like the controls and stuff with mobile, you know, a lot more, it's becoming more and more common, I think, with the gacha games, with the mobile games, where there's either a PC client or the games are emulator compatible, and so that's good too, where it makes them more like accessible for more people. Like sort of Convaleria, when I'm streaming that, at least until recently, for whatever reason, I was having trouble like signing into it like a week or two ago, the last time I tried streaming it, and so I had to stream the mobile version. But when I stream sort of Convaleria, I typically stream the PC client, the Steam client, and I just do the mobile client for like dailies and playing off stream and stuff. And you know, for COTC, when I first started streaming it, I was streaming directly from my phone. It was the darndest thing. Like at my old condo, I was literally streaming from my couch. I had this like phone clip thing that I attached to my end table next to my couch, and it was like holding the phone there, and I would literally just be clicking the phone while I was streaming it and stuff. And I arranged it. Emma had like her big perch and stuff that's in my room here now, out in the living room there, and I had the phone like angled, and so I could turn on the camera and it would actually just be a cat cam too. It was so like jerry-rigged, this stream setup I had back then. But then I eventually found out, you know, when I started getting like actually regular with streaming it and stuff, I was like, I can't keep streaming like this. I need to do it on the computer or whatever. So I found Screen Copy, which is free software where I can mirror my phone directly to my computer. And so now whenever I stream COTC, I'm actually just on the computer playing it, even though it's running from the phone. That would be really good, and honestly now would be the time to do it, right? Like take advantage of Zero's launch and push out a Steam client for COTC. Could you, that would be so smart if they were working on that and they did that, right? I don't know if there's any trust in NetEase for doing that though. NetEase, I mean, the best thing about NetEase is literally they just kept COTC going. Like some of the stuff they've done since keeping it going has been pretty questionable, but you know, whatever. At least it's still alive, right? Unlike stuff like Final Fantasy Record Keeper or Dissidia Opera Omnia. Like those are two like Final Fantasy related mobile games that I I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish I would have played based on some of the stuff I've seen from them, but I never got into them. But they shouldn't ask. They should have put it in like the contract for taking over the service of or something. Like they should make them do it, not just ask them to. But okay, anyways, that was a long sidetracking again. Should we see should we see about our new, what was it, a trumpet, I think? 1,000 thanks, but you're sure you'll not be scolded for taking it without asking? The trumpet, that is, right? Well, so what if we are? We've been told off before. We've had so many dressings down, we should start keeping score. She's right. I've lost count of the times we've been berated. Don't worry on us girls' behalf. Our ears are armor plated. Yeah, you're not wrong. Uh-oh. Hold on one sec. I think the incline angle at which I was sitting when I drank water, that wasn't very conducive to drinking water. Try to put some water into our stomach instead of our lungs here. That might work better. All right, now go and help those poor fairies. All right, you got it, boss. You have our heartfelt thanks. We shall return once matters at the fairy palace have been resolved and explain all to the queen. That would be very nice of you. We're looking forward to it. Take care out there and best of luck. We know that you can do it. Very well. We know where to find the fairy palace. Let us seek it out at the spot marked on our map. And then, if the overseer's tale is true, watch it materialize from thin air. I can hardly wait. Okay, and we know exactly where to go. Now, I actually, after talking to them more, I wonder, you know, because it sounds like we might actually get to go to wherever the mermaid queen is. I wonder if that might not actually be here, and we need them to like transport us there because it's surrounded by rocks. We'll see. Maybe not, but we'll see. Okay, so let's go to... We're going to the Dreamer's Lake, right? Yeah. How are we doing on time? Oh, it's not even 3.